Hypothetical for you. Let's say you live in a town with 9 million burger joints. Do you, if you have an interest in food and you want to start a business, do you set up the 9 million and first burger joint? No. No, that sounds like a terrible idea. But for some reason, Twitch streamers tend to think that this is a viable business model. There are 9 million people streaming on Twitch right now. Yet every day, a large chunk of new streamers buy expensive gear, build expensive PCs, buy nice cameras, and they set up a stream, they flip it on, and they play video games, hoping that they're gonna build an audience and that's a viable business model. But the truth of the matter is, those other 9 million burger joints, they've already built a pretty significant following. Most of the people in this town already have their favorite that they've been going to for decades. And realistically, over the last couple years, there have been more new burger joints than new customers. So you wanna know who's really making the money in this town? It's the guy selling tacos. I've said it a million times. I'll say it at least one more time. If you're trying to stream on Twitch, you're trying to turn this into a career, you're a business owner and you need to treat this like a business. So let's talk about different ways that you can start monetizing today, things you should be doing to treat this like a proper business outside of going live and hoping people give you money, because that is not a viable business model. Hey, look, if you end up finding this video helpful in any way, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you here. Also, if you're looking for video game music, I don't know if you know this, but we collaborated with 100 Thieves and we released a product called Hype Tracks. Right now, it's 90 different tracks with more coming in the near future, all DMCA free, all safe to use in your YouTube videos and in your content. All of them perfect high energy tracks for all your high octane gameplay. They're available to use completely free on Spotify, Apple Music, or even 24-hour streams going on YouTube and Twitch. So go ahead and check those out. Links in the description down below. Guys, I run a YouTube channel all about live streaming. Live streaming at one point was about 50% of my revenue. For most streamers, it's at least close to 100% of their revenue. I'm here to tell you that, especially as new streamers who aren't making a living off of streaming, that shouldn't be your goal. One, it's just bad business. As someone who has had a social media career crash and burn, diversify. I'm gonna give you diversification ideas in this video, like specific ones you can go do now. And two, maybe this is a little bit of my pride talking, but at points where I had people gifting a lot of subs and giving a lot of bits, it didn't feel like it was real business revenue to me. It felt a little bit more like charity. This is not an objective thing. This is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me and that's fine, but it was important to me that I found business models where there was an exchange of value for money and that I was a real businessman. So we're gonna go over all the different sources of revenue in this company. We're gonna make a pie chart. Can Sam or Scott, one of you guys, I don't know, make a pie chart here, and we're gonna see exactly how much each of these sources contributes to my overall revenue making business here. Let's go from smallest piece of this pie to the largest, because you can see these are not evenly sized pieces here. The very smallest one, this may surprise you, is my live streaming revenue. I'm actually very proud of this, that I managed to make this such an insignificant part of my income that if I have to take a week off from streaming, like I did last week, I was out of town and I had surgery on my eyes, which is why I'm not wearing glasses anymore, or if I have a bad month, maybe my viewers are taking a hit because of COVID and they can't donate money, I don't have to ask for any of that. It is simply a little extra icing on top that in the grand scheme of things doesn't change my business model. My personal YouTube channel where I live stream and make videos, which by the way, you should subscribe. I'm posting a new video this week or next week that I'm really excited about. Anyway, that channel brings in 1.5% of my overall revenue. It is my smallest contributing factor to the business's revenue. And this isn't even just live streams. This is also ad revenue on the videos that I've posted. Some of them have tens of thousands of views. So thank you to anyone over there who has super chatted or super thanked these videos. Oh, I guess actually that doesn't count. That goes to these videos. There's a reason I've been able to make my channel memberships 99 cents, which I'm really stoked about. And it's because this stream only takes up this small of a slice. It just doesn't matter that much. I'd rather you guys be able to have all the emotes and all the badges and all the things you want. without spending $5. Let's go to the next one. It's a two-parter, so we're gonna have to grab two different slices on this one. Well, the first one, a little bit larger. Let's start with brand deals. Brand deals right now are the second largest slice of this pie. And by the way, this, I didn't mention it before. This is the month of June. This is what I'm basing this off. These slices actually fluctuate quite a bit. In June, we were actually so focused on kind of reworking some of the back end stuff, brainstorming some potential new shows, that we ended up only posting 5 videos. They were all sponsored, but sponsorships in the month of June contributed a total of 10.6% of the business's revenue. Now you notice that sometimes we have long-term sponsorships going on, like you've noticed on this channel for about a year and a half now. We've had a great relationship with a company called Owned.tv, which you know, the one-stop shop for all your stream aesthetic needs, that whole thing. Lots of times long-term relationships like this include commissions. And so I actually put that in separate as the next slice. Commissions on this channel for the month of June added up to about 1.7% of the total revenue of this company. Next one, Amazon affiliate links, 2% of this company's revenue. This one actually used to be considerably higher. But if any of you have been an Amazon affiliate for at least a year now, you remember the email that was sent out saying that commission rates were taking a huge slash. I think they cut down the commission rate to less than half what they were. And we've taken a pretty huge cut on that, which is fine because diversity. Right? That's the point of this. Next one, YouTube ad revenue itself. These are the ads that we don't sell and we don't sign, but the ones that YouTube puts on itself. Lots of times I will try to place them in proper positions. We usually have about 2 mid-rolls per video, but for the most part, they're controlled by YouTube. This made up 7.7% of the revenue in June. It's a good chunk. This one also fluctuates quite a bit. It's gone up to about 15% and even down to about 5%, depending on the popularity of the videos in any given month. Sometimes great stuff comes out, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you can't control that. But what's this fat boy slice that's taking up 76.5% of this pie? That is more than 3/4 of the pie. That is StreamBeats. StreamBeats is a product that I am incredibly proud of, and not just because of the revenue that it brings in, but because it's something that I feel significantly changed the industry. It was the first time I took an idea that was weird and it was new and I'd never seen anybody do it, create music, commission music, and then give it away for free. And just by making it safe, it took sales. It took sales? It took wind? Is that even a thing? It took a life of its own. It ran, and it's been absolutely crushing it. It's been really cool to see the impact it's had on my business as well as the impact on you guys as streamers. And now we're, collaborating with 100 Thieves, and we got some massive releases coming for you in the next couple months. And within the next year, this pie should have probably 3 more slices on there, at least. I have a tendency to add more slices than I can usually handle. Talked about it in other videos. I get a little ambitious sometimes, but one of those being merch. Right now we're working on our very first Senpai merch drop, Senpai Series 1, we're calling it, with Teespring, or I guess they're called Spring now. And I'm very excited about it. It's merch that I'm gonna be very proud of. And who knows, I'm considering releasing like a teaser item early. Maybe we'll call it like Series 0 or something. Let me know in the comments down below if that's something you'd be interested in. Merch is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I probably could have made a lot more money in the meantime, but I wanted to do it right. And because of what I've got going on here, I was able to kind of put it on the back burner until I could do it right. And so, yeah, stuff coming soon. Super important. The reason that I have split this pie into so many slices is because I've had a failed social media career before. Most of you guys know, my wife and I had a music channel long before this, and we started like 7-8 years ago. We grew it up to a couple 100,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, you can't really monetize covers, and so literally we had one slice of pie on here. It was brand deals, which you can see only amounts to about 10% of my revenue right now. And as our relevancy struggled because we made mistakes, which everybody does, especially your first time in this field, those brand deals stopped coming in, and that's all we had. During that time, I had to learn to be a little bit more creative and branch out a little bit more rather than just making the content I was comfortable with. And I wish I'd learned it earlier. This is why we're making this video. During that time, between the death of that channel and the rise of this channel, which was about 2 years, I was a freelance content creator. I made YouTube videos, I made Facebook videos, I ran Facebook ads, I made Twitter videos for a handful of people, from a friend of mine now who I've mentioned a couple times I do real estate investing with. I was contracted to work for a third-party political campaign company called November Inc., and I worked with them for about 2 years. I had to work for multiple people because none of them really paid out that strongly, but while I was doing that, I decided I wanted to diversify as I was starting this channel, and I wanted to do a better job this time of being financially responsible. And this time around, as you can see from the pie chart, I did a little bit of a better job. So I want to give you specific things that you can do literally the moment you stop watching this video. You can start setting up and you can start making money based on this career. I have 3 main things I want you to do today, tomorrow, this week, this month. Whenever you have time, I want you to start on them, brainstorm them, and start doing them now. Number 1, set up multiple passive revenue sources. Let me go over a couple of those for you. There are going to be more, but I'm going to give you 4 specific ones you can literally set up today. Number 1, a merch store. Did you know that there are plenty of websites that allow you to set up a free merch store? You upload your image, it shows you what it looks like on the shirt or the pants or pillow or whatever, and then when people buy it, the website takes care of everything. The producing the product, the shipping the product, they take a cut, you get a little bit of the profit. It's never huge, but it's money that you didn't have to work for. And just a heads up, this is not gonna make you a lot of money the moment you set it up. You might get 1 or 2 sales, make a couple extra bucks. The point is you get this established, and the moment you start finding that growth, you already have that funnel there. You don't have to scramble to get it in order while you're also focusing on keeping that momentum rolling, which I promise you will be a stressful moment. Have it there so you're ready to make money when your audience is ready. Number 2, Amazon affiliate links. Make those links, have it be relevant to your audience and what you do, and have them placed in a place where it is easy for people to find, whether that be in your panels, on Twitch, in the description of your YouTube videos, whatever you're doing, have Amazon links there. About 2 weeks before this channel took off, because there was one video, I've shown this graph a lot, I'm gonna show it again, there was a point where this channel took off. About 2 weeks prior to that point, a friend told me, hey, you have a lot of Amazon links in your description. Why are you not making them affiliate links? You might as well be making some money off of it. I thought, I might make a couple extra bucks. And I spent an evening, a couple hours, and I went through every single video and I replaced every link with an Amazon affiliate link. And then I completely forgot I had done that until about a month later. Channel had been running pretty strongly for 3 or 4 weeks now. I went back and checked. I was like, oh yeah, I set these up. I wonder how those are doing. Maybe I'll have 50, 60 bucks in there. I had 1,200 bucks in there. 1,200 bucks I didn't have to work for. And during the next month, those links continued to make me money every single day. And you know what, if I can just give you a couple real numbers here, before Amazon slashed their commission rates, there was a point where I was making $500 to $700 a day on Amazon links when I had 100, 200, maybe 300,000 subscribers on this channel. If there's any reason to think of to put links somewhere, just do it. I mean, keep it classy. You don't want to be the guy that has links everywhere because then no one's going to click any of them, but put them there. Have them, use them. A couple other passive revenue sources you can set up here. Do you have a skill you can teach? Can you set up like a Skillshare or a Udemy account? Can you create a course on something that other people want to learn and just put it up there and let it make you money forever? Make a Skillshare course if you have a skill that you can share. Do you have access to a really cool tool that other people don't have? Maybe you have a 3D printer. Set up an Etsy shop. Have some 3D models that you can just click print and then it makes for you and you ship off and you make some money. Get creative. I see way too many small streamers with one source of revenue, which is subs, bits, and Twitch revenue. And that's it. I know most of them are capable of adding at least one more to that. Okay, action item number 2. This is something that makes me really sad. I see a lot of streamers buy expensive equipment and they use it while they're streaming and making no money, and then they don't use it for anything else. If you stream and you buy a nice microphone or you buy a nice camera, use it. You wanna know what I did with my streaming camera when I had less than 5 viewers on Twitch? I filmed a friend's wedding. If you have a day off work, take your camera outside, learn to take pictures, learn to take video, learn to edit, utilize the equipment that you have and turn it into a side hustle. Not only are you making extra money in the process, you're developing skills that are going to help you with your content creation career. Start a side hustle with the equipment that you invest in for your stream. Put that stuff to use. Be effective or efficient or whatever the word is. And action item number 3. This is the kicker. This is what's actually going to help you grow, assuming you have the self-discipline to do it. This is what separates the boys and the girls from the men and the women. All right, that side hustle money, you need to invest it. And wait, let me finish. That money you're making on the side hustle only goes back into things that make your side hustle stronger, that make you more money. And I don't mean like fun, really cool gadgets that make streaming more fun, like, fancy lights or a stream deck or all those things that are great tools. I don't think a stream deck has ever made anyone an extra dollar. If what you have to do is start a separate bank account and put all that side hustle money in there and consider it a loss, that's what you should do. Put it into things that are gonna make you more money. For example, maybe there is a skill you need to learn that's gonna give you more opportunities, like learning to edit better, or maybe buying transitions or color filter packs for your photography. Or maybe there's some equipment that will actually help you make more money. Like for example, this 24-70 telephoto lens. Maybe you need to get more zoomed in shots for portrait photography or filming weddings from farther away. You can't do that with that Sigma 16mm that you use for streaming. Can't film a whole wedding with that single lens. One of the decisions that I've mentioned before I've made that I'm really proud of is when this channel had gotten up to making about $1,600 a month in ads, I hired Sam. I hired an editor and paid him $2,000 a month. I paid him more than the channel was making. I paid him a little bit out of my Twitch money as well as all the YouTube money, because I wanted to make better videos. I had the audience for it. I had the growth for it. It felt like the right decision. Instead of buying a fun new camera or that gaming monitor I always wanted, I hired an editor. And this decision is something I still live by today. Anything that I don't need to spend on my business and goes to me, I put almost 100% of in investments. A lot of that right now is real estate investments. I've started a separate bank account and even a separate LLC for these real estate investments, and any money that I transfer into there, I never pull out. I expect that to be gone, and it is money that is continuously being invested. I consider it a loss because at some point in the future, when eventually this channel dies, hopefully not anytime soon, I want to have this nice nest egg there that I've been building for a decade that I can use to support myself and my family. So guys, look, do yourself this favor and myself, because I'm asking for some engagement here on this video to help boost it in YouTube's algorithm. Leave a comment down below of one thing you're gonna do this week to start moving and expanding your sources of revenue. That can be something as simple as setting up a Stream Elements merch store. It can be something as advanced as learning how to edit wedding videos and posting on Facebook saying, anyone getting married, I'd love to do your wedding for cheap. Set up that taco stand. Be the smart business person. Guys, I hope this helped. I hope this was interesting. If it was, leave a like and leave a comment down below. I really appreciate you guys. I hope to see you next time. And as always, happy streaming.